a listing on the market, there are two things: excitement and urgency. Excitement and urgency. What is our bid doing? It's creating excitement and urgency. That's exactly what it's doing. Uh-oh. High seller expectations. Okay, now leave that hand up there. I'm not done with you. Take your other hand, put it by your belly button right here, and repeat after me. Oh no. Low seller reality. There's the problem, isn't it? Seller expects this, seller got that, we have a problem. When we have a high expectation and we have a low reality, what happens between is like a funnel cloud of negative emotions. Can you name some of those emotions that are going on inside that seller's head when they expected this and they got that? Disappointment is a good one. What else? Discouragement. Good. What else? What is it? Angry. Anger. Frustration. It's a negative cloud. Loss of trust. I want to get from here to here with this seller in a way they still like and respect you. Why would I say that? Because I think it's the biggest challenge we have. We are scared to death that if a seller wants 700, the market will bear the low sixes. We tell them the truth. We are afraid at the listing appointment that they will not like us because we told them the reality, and therefore they will go to an agent who either doesn't know what the market is or doesn't tell them what the market is. Am I right? Are there agents who will buy the listing? And we're afraid we will lose the listing if we tell them the truth. He said, Mr. Seller, look, you are obviously looking for a realtor who will tell you that they can control what a buyer will pay for your home, that they can control what a lender will loan on your home if we need a mortgage. And we don't control that. I don't control that. I control helping you understand what the market's doing. I control the marketing to draw the people, create excitement, create urgency, and bring them into your home. I control helping you understand what's happening if it's not working. I control how to help you understand how to respond to the marketplace. I control the marketing, the education, and the counseling. I don't control what a buyer will pay. And he said there are a million agents out there who will tell you they can't. We have the time to work with people who want to sell and people who want to buy. That's what we have time for. We don't have time for the rest of them. Never tell people what you could have asked them. We need to stop telling people things and ask them and engage them in conversation so that they feel in control. 10,000 hours to master something. So you don't master it by going on one listing. You don't master it by being in this room today. You master it by listening to it, watching it, and practicing it over and over and over again. And then, man, when it starts to run out of your mouth like a gumball machine, you got it. You got it. It's working. If they price their home here, that must be what it's worth. If that's what it's worth, that must be the value. That's how the seller thinks. You and I can't tell somebody what the value of their home is. We can simply tell them where we believe we can position it so that the buyers will respond with excitement and urgency to make an offer. That's what we can do. So instead of pricing homes, instead of pricing it, I simply took the word price and I substituted the word position for it. The word position. The word position is nothing but a place that something holds amongst its competition. Would you all agree with what I'm about to say here? Not all competition is comparable. Not all competition is comparable. Fair market value, by definition, what a buyer will pay, seller will accept, given time, given market. You have an unknown buyer, you have an unknown time, you have an unknown market, and actually, honestly, you have an unknown seller mindset too. Because the seller might have said today, I'd be happy with $950 and change their mind when the offer comes in. Is that correct? They're all unknowns, and yet we give them to them. You can put a home on at a competitive position, and in a good market, it will sell. In a market where the inventory is building and the buyers are slowing down, then competitive sometimes isn't enough, and you've got to get to compelling. There's got to be a reason for that buyer to choose this house over all the others. That's what compelling is. I've got a list of competing homes. We're going to position them in here, correct? So the market position they hold is where they choose on the list. Why would I add the word initial to it? Because it might change.
that price is not a point, it is a process. Do y'all hear that? Price is not a point, it's a process. The process is that we're going to offer your home to the market. The market will respond to us. What we're going to do now is we are going to look at this home through the buyer's eyes. Because honestly, Real Estate 101, if you don't have a buyer who wants to buy, you don't need an appraisal. Why do you choose cheese or peanut butter for a mouse trap? Because the mice like it. So here's the deal. You want to catch a mouse? You want to think like a mouse. Is that correct? Turn that into real estate. You want to catch a buyer? You better start thinking like a buyer. What doesn't get measured doesn't get improved. So the measurement of excitement is in-person showings. The measurement of urgency, on the other hand, would be what? The number of offers. You know what? Our sellers should know every 30 days what has gone under contract in their price point in their area, so that there is proof that the buyers are buying the price point. They're just not choosing yours, which means we're not winning the game of excitement and urgency. Does that make sense to everybody? Mr. and Mrs. Seller, look, you've got some fill in the blanks in your form there. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, look, I'm going to be doing a lot of research for you before our appointment. I'm doing a lot of research for you. Now, while I know your market area very well, in fact, like the back of my hand, I also know that every home has its own unique selling advantages, and I haven't had the opportunity to see yours. So tell me, what price range do you believe I should use to begin my research?